Order in the court. Always wanted to do that. Hey there, folks. Santee, the Arizona Ghost Raiders here. We got some mail. With the time it takes to research, film, and do editing, I'm convinced you never sleep. Wade, Just an American, 1201. In these videos, I frequently share sources of my research to prove I ain't making this stuff up. I would say about 65.4% of the time spent making each episode is reading and finding photos, articles, or accounts to illustrate my narration. Plutarch said it pretty good.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
No, that's not what you said. You said, to make no mistakes is not in the power of man.
Don't you ever talk that way to me. Nah!
Sure, sometimes I get it wrong and have to add corrections here and there. It's all part of it, and many of you have shed new light on subjects that helps me up my game. It's always been my hope that these tidbits of information plant a seed encouraging you to dig deeper into the history of the Old West.
Don't talk, just eat.
Now, I utilize many sources. To make my life easier, a lot of reference material is available on the internet. Library of Congress is super useful, as are others that have digitized books from the era for us all to read. I don't use Wikipedia as a source unless the footnotes and links are to actual documents I can verify. Those clickable links save me time looking up the authentic items. I work a full-time job on top of making videos, so time is of the essence. I also have a library of books I refer to often. Catalogs and diaries are my personal favorites. I love finding things I didn't know were around then. In addition, some of you subscribers have been very thoughtful and sent me books on certain subjects. Thank you so much. One of my co-historians is Paullton, who we call PJ. This fella wrote a couple of books on Old Tucson, but also has done a ton of research into the 19th century West. He transcribed George Hand's diary called Gavels and Guns, which I'm reading now. Currently, there are 3 books out on Old George. The first is The Civil War in Apache Land, which covers his soldiering days in the Union Army out here in Arizona Territory. The second is Whiskey, Six Guns, and Red Light Ladies, which covers his career as a saloon owner in Tucson. PJ's book is the last, and we readers find out George is now a janitor at the Pima County Courthouse, and what interesting things he experiences in a territory struggling with law. George describes town celebrations, jail escapes, and even some corruption within the judicial system. Here's an example.
August 21st, 1882. Andy Hall killed on the Globe Road while carrying money for Wells Fargo by road agents. A man named Vale killed the same time.
3 days later, Hand writes that the 2 men confessed and were hanged. Yeah, death row was a lot shorter back then.
Other states are trying to abolish the death penalty. My state's putting in an express lane.
So here's my takeaway about research. Dip your toes in all of it. Investigate mysteries of the time with the knowledge you've gained from other sources. You will learn something. Well, folks, that's it for another episode. Thanks for watching. By the way, one of you subscribers is a pretty talented artist. Check this out. Yeah, right? Isn't that good? So if you're interested in getting a commissioned piece of artwork by this fella, go ahead and navigate to the About section of this channel, find my email address, and send me an email about it, and I'll make sure he gets in touch with you. As always, please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you on down the trail.
Bye.